Okay, so this is a live trade that I'm in. My daughter's just called me, wanted a little bit of help talking about her philosophy essay at university. So it's trying to juggle that as well. Otherwise, I would have started this earlier. So look, this is the latest scan with the white lines. I always use the same colored lines. Then my computer brain kicks in the subconscious. I don't have to think about what all these lines are. I know that orange dotted line quarter theory is a mathematical line of support and resistance. These are Fibonacci-based lines, so they are very aggressive trend lines, so very, very accurate once they're put on. You can trust them with great confidence. So if you're dealing with full lot sizes where a pip is worth $10 or multiples thereof, you know exactly how to squeeze out the pips and also how not to give money back to the broker. So I just clone, this is the way I like to work. I just clone that to put that at 1 pip there, so that when it hits the 15 pips on this one, I've got a 15 pip stop loss, and it's working on the 1 minute chart that enables me to work on a very tight stop loss, 20 pip gain. This is Eurnzd, which is a fast pair. So I'm off this green line here, this dotted one. So I've had a break and a retest of 10 pips, the same off the quarter theory. This is the current trend in the market, this orange line, the unbroken one, the 62 moving average, which is measuring 62 previous candles. So I've got very, very nice, strong barriers to being taken out of the trade. That 62 EMA is forcing price down, acting like a press if you're right. That's just telling me to put my stop profit in. Let me just stop sharing screen for a minute while I deal with that. And let me just put the stop profit in, 1.74941 would be 1 pip. So that's now a risk-free trade. I've put it in slightly early actually because I've put it in at, oh no, it did go down fast, sorry. So it hasn't quite caught up on the broker. It said 10 pips, whereas actually with that wick it's gone 15 pips. So I'm working off this green line, and then it came back, retested again the quarter theory and the 62. So that's the point at which I got in the trade. You can see there's a slight gap, and that's because of broker spread and commission between the price it gave me and my getting into the trade. So given that it's a fast pair, now you've got to remember it's election week, there's a lot of red news. It's a tricky week to trade because of the US election affecting what they think. Euro USD, for example, if I just show you that one, they're saying that will go up, but I've got it as a sell scan off that D point there. So that's if Biden wins. So if I just come back to the trade we're in, so I like to check what's happening on correlating pairs. The Euro GBP, a bit of a strange one to look at. Euro ORD dropping, tanking, so that's good for our Euro NZD. Euro CAD the same, stalling out on that major line as you'd expect. I've just explained that's a mathematical line of support and resistance. That's why we can trust them so accurately. And normally the euros would go the opposite way to the GBPs, but because of the election, they might both be going the same way. So I've got my stop profit in, so I know now I'm in a risk-free trade, even if it goes straight back up to that 62 EMA, which it may well do. Now, what I could do is actually run my stop profit about 3 pips behind. So put it about here, that previous high here, that one there, which might be safer, but because I'm trying to record this and I can see that wick off that buy and that's now opened as a sell, I'll leave it where it is, but that would be safer. This is normally what I would do. That's 3.3 pips. So you'd want it somewhere, you could just pull it down slightly. So run your stop profit as price moves down, keeping it 3 pips behind the end of this 62 is the ideal, and that's really what I should have done rather than move it sort of directly onto it. But I think I'm going to be okay. It is a fast pair though, you can't say. You can see how it does come back, see how all the way down there, retested the 62, retested the 62, retested the 62, there. So, you know, it is strange times that we're in, but normally I would be looking to get that down to this next level here. There's no more announcements. There was the Bank of England this morning. If we look on Forex Factory, you can see all this red flag news against the GBP, and of course, got non-farm payroll. Yes, and yesterday we had Euro news. Yesterday, so we had Euro news somewhere. That was sorry, that was Thursday. That was today. Oh, there we are. So there was the Euro news. Sorry, that was last week. Hang on, just move my thing down. Wednesday the 4th. I thought I had some Euro news. Was it earlier in the week? Oh, maybe we didn't. Haven't got any red flag Euro. A lot on GBP. I thought we did have. So that's good. Let's come back. So you can just see these candles are cancelling out. It's stalling a bit. Now I am interested whether I should get out of the trade at this point, and I'll tell you why I had that thought in my mind, because as you can see, all these, I've put this on the 15-minute. I was just talking to you then and looking at Forex Factory, but otherwise if I'd been here on my own, I may well have closed the trade at that point. And the reason is, you see where this blue line is, could possibly squeeze it down to here, 1.74695, 1.74695. We'll have a look at that. But it's all that stall out, previous lines of support and resistance, look left to see what's going to happen right. So you do want to pay attention to that. What did price do before when it hit this area? And there's our 695 is here, round about 25 pips. So we've got a sell candle at the moment. And I'll just show you the scan I'm working off. This was our latest scan here, and it's coming back down into it. But I've put it back into the scan of the 28th of October to pick up this trade this afternoon. So let's just carry on with this trade. So live trade, and I'm up 1.74951. 1.74951 down to 1.74774. You don't really need to count the last one. 7.1. So I'm up 17 pips now. You don't need to count this little tick on the end, the little pipette. We don't bother with that. Now another way you can look at this. So remember, my stop profit is now 1.79. I'm at 941. So what I can be doing now, because I'm just about on the, and I don't put 941. I don't use trailing stops. Chance runs them manually. So that is what I do. I don't use pending orders, buy limits, sell limits, buy stops, sell stops. We like to stay in control, but we do set alerts. We do set alerts to see what we're doing. So I could close out now. I've got about to the level that I wanted. It's probably going to go up, back up here. So let me just remove that, and we can have another look at what's going on. It's heading back up. I probably should have closed there to see, because I've seen all that stall out. In fact, I think I might do that. Let me just go and see. So that's 10 pips. I'll grab a screen grab of that. Let me just close that order. And the reason I've done a screen grab so I can show you what's what. I've got 10.7 pips out of that. No reason really to get out of the trade, because you can see the white 1 minute trend line. It's still, price is still below that for the sell, and also the 62 EMA. But I'm not quite at 1-to-1 on this one, because it was 15 pips stop loss on this one. Although to be fair, I could have pulled that down to 10 pips, and I think I will claim that, because I've still got my 62, my quarter theory. and I've just covered the pitchfork. You might want a tiny bit more, but I've got 1-to-1 on this trade. Now, if you always go for 1-to-1, then you are not going to compound your account, obviously, as quickly as you like. We like to go for 2-to-1. Keep an eye on this. I closed out at 10 because I was chatting, so it came back up there. But otherwise, I could have closed at my 2-to-1. So that's the problem when you're trying to do the marketing and show people what you do and how easy it is just to follow the lines. So, and here it is coming down again. So you can't always manage to do everything. I'll just take that alert off. I don't want that going off again. So if you'd like to know more about this, please let me know and subscribe to my YouTube channel to have access to some live trades. I'll be doing some Bitcoin live trading at weekends from now on. And I hope you enjoyed looking at this live trade, and I'll post the screenshot and this video in the group.